Betty and I were married for 13 years before we had children. When we had our first, I was so excited that I phoned the radio station and announced to the radio station and all of the world that we had a bouncing baby girl. Our second child was adopted, and we received him when he was 3 weeks old. And the exciting part about that is our daughter, who was 4 at the time, got to go and meet him first before we did. So ever since that day, Calvin is her boy.
I grew up on a farm in southern Alberta. I went to a one-room schoolhouse, and there were only 2 or 3 kids in each grade. We used to have fun at school. We would go out and we'd go skating in the wintertime because they'd flood the rink right beside the school. And in the springtime, when it got really warm, if it was really hot in May, we'd take blankets out and have our classes underneath the trees around the schoolhouse. I grew up playing piano as a little girl and started when I was probably about 7. There was a lot of pressure from my parents and my music teacher to be a concert pianist, and I did not want that. And at 19, I rebelled and I sold my piano and didn't play the piano for 3 years. Then I was really, truly bored because I'd always been involved in extra lessons and extra things. But the music sort of was a dormant thing for me then. Then when I finally had kids, then I ended up teaching at home because I could be at home, and it was a totally different aspect of life because I was happy to teach piano because it was very satisfying, and I love music. I just had not planned to make a real career of it, but I really enjoyed teaching at home. Our life together began at university, and I actually knew very early on that this was the guy I wanted to marry. And I was quite concerned that he didn't phone constantly, but eventually he did. And being such a romantic guy, we're driving on up 14th Street in Calgary. He says, "Well, when do you want to get married?" Very romantic. After I met Dick, there was a lot more focus on sports.
Speaking of sports, that is my passion, and I've played just about every sport that there is to play. I still play golf, and this year was kind of exciting because I shot my age, and that was my goal for the year.
I think part of aging is attitude, and I think it's really important to be as active as you can. And I think you need to maintain your interest in people and things and activities and contribute where you can contribute.
My major goal in life is to make sure that I leave this world as a better place than when I came into it. And I'm doing that now as I see it through my involvement with Rotary. I would like to live to be 100 and see my grandkids get married and raise families and have an impact on their children as we've had on them. We are members of the Church of Christ, and it is our cornerstone and our rock. And through our difficult times, the faith that we have has kept us together as a couple and as a family. And we just praise the Lord for the blessings that He has given us.